I'm Nick.
And I'm Katie. And that's fine.
And this is Katie and Nik Knit, episode 7.
We did it. Wow. I'm really proud of us.
That was a great recovery.
That was a good recovery.
All right. We are in the end of August already.
Yes.
Right? What's the date? The 25th.
It's like the 25th, yeah.
That feels crazy.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about how we love summer, we love fall, but we're not ready to push into fall. Mm-hmm. But we are ready to wear sweaters.
Yes. So, whatever that means. I like how you love fall and Halloween and stuff, right? Like that's a thing for you. I love fall. Fall's my favorite season, but I was just telling you, like, I don't ever want to say goodbye to summer. Like, there's no reason for me to rush summer. Like,
for sure.
I'm like, it'll get here when it gets here.
And the weather just feels so good right now. Like Tuesday, we literally spent our evening knitting on my front porch, eating pizza, just chatting. Like, it got chilly enough to where we both needed a sweater and blanket. Like, things just feel so good right now.
Delightful. So more of that. Like, let's just have this like in between season.
For sure.
Stretch out. How about that?
I want to wear my fall clothes in the morning, wear my summer knits, and then wear my fall clothes again in the evening.
Yes. At least 2 wardrobe changes per day.
Literally.
Yes.
All right. Let's jump on in.
All right.
What kind of things are you working on today?
So I think I said last time that I was going to have like the mother load of finished objects today, and I have a couple, so I'm stoked about that. As a reward for getting through some of these things, I allowed myself to cast on
4 different projects.
4 different projects. No. Surprisingly, no. This is, look how much of this I've gotten done. I have been like speeding through this. This is the new sunset sweatshirt from Jessie Mae Martinson of Jessie Made Designs. And I am so excited about this sweater. It's just like a big cozy drop shoulder sweater. I like the construction of this. I don't think I've ever done, I've only done a couple sweaters and I've only done a couple drop shoulder sweaters, but this has a really cool construction. Like basically this is the back top panel.
That's so interesting.
And then I'm starting the back front panel and it's gonna come together basically the same way, and then I'll join it and working around from there. But the other drop shoulder sweater that I did that I can remember recently was the, the Towns sweater by Ozetta. And it came together differently, and it was also an interesting construction, but I kind of like how this one is. All the short rows are up at the shoulders, and it was just like really quick to get through this. And I also had kind of a breakthrough while I was working on this, and yeah, I'm shedding like crazy. There's so much of my hair on this. But it's, this part's all flat, back and forth. And I am definitely a person who's like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to purl so much. And I realized when I'm knitting, like ribbing and knitting, small things in the round, I like to purl continental, or no, it's Norwegian, what I do, Norwegian purl. So I'm like, I do this little maneuver where I can keep my yarn in the back when I'm purling. But when I'm doing like a long stretch of flat knitting, I realized that I like to just like purl English style, just regular like through the yarn. And it's more comfy for me. It takes longer, but I can just sit and do it in a relaxed way, and I'm not like, fighting myself the whole way. There's something about the Norwegian purl, like I love it for short distances, but when I'm doing a whole row, it's just like, it
doesn't feel as good.
Yeah, it's too much. So anyway, this is Knit Picks Wool, the Andes, in I think Opal Heather, and this is just such a pretty color. I've had this for like a year, and it's like blue and purple and yellow and orange, all kind of twirled together. I love it.
So sweet.
That is the thing that I'm most excited about right now. I am also working on Summer Lee's Colorwork Cuff Club sock.
Samesies.
Yeah, so here, rather than having the same yarn in different patterns this time, we're doing the same pattern with different yarns. But yeah, this is one of her 2 August patterns for the Colorwork Cuff Club, and mine's all in Hawthorne by Knit Picks, which I talk about all the time. I love Hawthorne. It's real sturdy.
What size are you doing?
I'm doing the small, the small, the 56 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm doing the medium.
Oh,
I
are
think.
you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I didn't have any bigger needles.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Are you doing the same size needles as you usually do for 9-inch?
Yes.
I'm just like, I haven't tried on my other colorwork sock yet, so I wanted to go a step up. And now, like, if these are a little bit big, I'm sure they'll still fit. But
it looks good. It doesn't look any bigger than Didn't mind really.
Yeah.
This is thicker yarn, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Mine is Emma's Practically Perfect Sock by Emma's Yarn, and this is Sweet Georgia.
Can I hold that close to the, here, I'll hold
Yeah.
both of them, but I just want you guys to see the color work, like the variegated yarn she's using for the color work. It is so pretty, and it goes so perfectly. There's mine, kind of fun. But yeah, I just love that purple and blue together.
I love it.
Yeah, but those are the, I think that's all I have going on that I'm like itching to talk about.
Yeah,
How
these
about
are
you?
both, so we definitely both cast these on since last episode, because we had no clue this was coming out. Like, Summer Lee's been kind of quiet recently, and then she just popped out with this, and like, our whole little thread on Instagram was like, what? We should all do it. And I'm super excited about it. I've even mentioned, like, I did all of this in 2 days, I think.
Yeah, you really like blazed through that part.
I might put these on hold and start the September one when it comes out. And then eventually I'll just have like a bunch of socks. Like,
That's where I'm at too. I'm like, I'm gonna have a bunch of single socks, and then next year maybe I'll do that.
that's what I thought. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll cancel the subscription next year and then
Just do the second socks.
Yeah, the whole year. Like, so even if this takes 2 years, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fun.
This is a new cast on, and then I'll show you my other new one. Not a cast on. You don't even know about this.
Oh, I saw your little picture today.
So this is called the Checkerboard Sweater Vest
goodness.
by Hey Hey Crochet.
Cool.
It's in Lions Brand Basic Stitch, and hers looks like, the reason it's called a checkerboard sweater vest is because hers looks like these little checkerboard cookies that are always on anime shows, I guess.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're brown and tan. And what's your dog's name over here?
Mordecai.
Hello, Mordecai. I decided not to do mine in checkerboard because I talked about this yarn a few episodes ago. I got it because I wanted to knit a sweater vest, and I was feeling some type of way a few days ago. So I went to our local fair recently and saw all these projects. They were so sweet, and I felt totally inspired. Like, I saw this green tie vest. It was so sweet, and I have a very similar yarn to what it was made in. I spent hours that night trying to find a pattern that was similar. I think I found one, but I'm not positive yet. And then I saw this, a sweater vest, and I was like, you know what? I know that I want to knit 2 sweaters this year, and I really want to wear this sweater vest in this yarn. I'm like, I should just crochet it. And we were talking about on Tuesday, like, wow, I really did a hard turn. Like, I was doing everything crochet,
That's right.
and now I'm everything knit.
You pivoted.
I started this Friday morning.
Oh wow.
Like, and I finished.
So this is what you worked on yesterday?
Yep.
All day, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I worked on my tools to tank a little bit too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I started this Friday morning before I went to work. Worked on it a little bit throughout the day. Excuse me. No thanks.
My dog wouldn't go upstairs.
Hey.
Hey, come here, buddy.
Friday night we just hung out at home, so I worked on it then. And then yesterday I got to the decreases. So I'm nervous. What's new? Because in the pattern, it's a free pattern, by the way, by Hey Hey Crochet. I can't remember if I said that. So she does a size small, and I feel like she does more decreases here because it is not drastic by any means.
Sure.
And then I did the straps. I am doing a size large, extra large. I want to say it said 41. It's okay. 41 to 43 finished.
Yeah.
And that it's meant to fit with positive ease.
Okay.
And we're back. Okay, so while we took a little break, I looked it up because I was saying that I'm nervous that it's going to be too big. And my measurement is 39 inches, tight. And this, if my gauge is right, which I didn't check, like, I've never checked my gauge for crochet. It should be 21 flat, 42 around.
Okay.
So what I'm not understanding right now is it's supposed to be an oversized boxy fit. That's what the pattern says. I did pull up so I can show you what that looks like.
I see it.
Yep.
Oh, cute. Yeah.
So right now, if I held it up to myself correctly, I didn't take into consideration that I'm going to have to seam it. So if I did this right, when I put this on, it's going to ruffle a little bit right here, and that's going to look weird. but that would be assuming that it's pinching into my armpits. If I can get it to hang over my shoulders a little bit, like my granny square vest did that I made for Christmas time, which is actually the same pattern designer. I totally did not realize that. Okay. It's gonna be totally fine, but here's what I've kind of worked out in my head. So, say I cast on or started my chain with 86. I can't exactly remember. I'm just going to decrease a little more drastically when I get to this point.
Okay.
So that this will be going across my back.
Oh, and then the front will be a little more...
Yes.
Okay.
So I think I've saved it. Like, crochet rocks, dude.
I think it'll be okay. What I was doing was I folded it in half because I was like, just going to guesstimate like how wide it is across here. And it looks like it's like, I would say like 11 inches. So like, 22 in total across the back. Yeah. And so if you do it a little more narrow on the front, I think you'll be just fine.
Yeah, so I think that's how I'm going to save it. Yeah. And then if it's still too much, I'm just going to, instead of seaming it directly on the end, I'm just going to boop. But then I'm like, wait, does that take it more into my armpit?
You could also just throw it in the dryer. It's cotton, right?
Nope. This is acrylic. This is acrylic. Never mind. Lions brand basic stitch anti-pilling. I don't know. I'm supposed to say the anti-pilling part, but that's what it says on the label. Anyways, I think that I'm going to figure it out because it still needs ribbing. It's still just like a super boxy fit. Like I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be fine. And if it's not, I spent like 12 hours. That'd be probably more like 8. Like I feel like I could crochet this so fast. Not a big deal. I crochet way quicker than I knit. So this was a little surprise project that I hadn't shown yet.
Nice.
So hopefully... Actually, I know this will be finished by next episode.
Yeah.
Like I said, just have to figure out how to make it not so wide. Because it feels like this is going to be like right up in my pits. I want to put this up here, but I don't want to bump my mic. It's going to work out.
I think it'll,
and if not, who knows? I'm not going to frog it. I probably just would give this away, even though I never want to give my stuff away.
Fair.
All right. Oh, that's all of your whips.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everything I want to talk about anyway.
Okay. All right.
I have to FOs.
Everything's a mess, per usual.
It's all good.
Here's my lathe hat. I've made a lot of progress on it.
Sure have.
So
look at that.
This is the lathe hat by Isolde Teague, and I'm working in Red Stag fiber. I can never remember the colorway name of this. This is like the Cheater Muscle Bra by the same pattern designer. So I'm at the point now where I keep trying it on to see if I'm ready to start decreases. Right. I think I have like 2 more inches. Okay. Because you do really minimal decreases and then you really just pick up and cinch. Nice. So I'm gonna say 1 inch, maybe 2. I'm holding fingering weight yarn double. I was pulling one from in and one from outside of a caked ball, and it was not working for me. It kept twisting so much. It was so annoying. So then I wound up these 2 little balls, and I still have a good amount left over if I wanted to do color work maybe in one of these. But that's another piece I have going on.
That looks pretty held double.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think that, so when I bought this yarn, I wanted it to be brown and orange, and I saw someone else working with it and realized that it had green in it, and I did not want the green. Somehow it's just kind of hidden the green.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm not seeing the green at all. Yeah. So that like really worked out. Yeah.
And even when I was winding these up, I was still paying attention. Like, you can see it slightly if you look at one piece, but held together, you just really can't.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Got another, I think I have 2 more.
Nice.
This is my Stella tank in Blue Sky Fiber. I have made a lot of progress on this since I showed it last. So last time I showed it, I seriously think it was right where this progress keeper is. And after I finished, I think it was my Sock Week sock, I just picked this up. It's a rolled edge tank with really no shaping. It's going to be a very boxy fit. This is another thing I'm scared won't fit me. Whatever. I think it's going to be too small, but I'm going for it. And this is a 100% cotton. It's worsted weight. I remember talking about it because I wanted it to fly off my needles. It's not. But well, it's okay.
That other thing did.
Yeah.
Flew off your hook.
Yeah. It's all right. So I am loving this. It's kind of like a project I work on whenever I find the time. I don't know what's all over my yarn. Crumbs or something probably. And I just tapped into my second skein. So it's fine. This is like a when I want to type of project. And then I'm gonna save my other whip for a little later. A little later in the show.
That's right.
You'll see why.
All right. So yeah. So those are whips.
We need a big fat drum roll.
Yeah, we do. I actually finished
Katie's
some
FO.
stuff. Holy cow. So our FOs, our finished objects, I think that's what I said before you started to get out your whips. So if I said that, sorry.
That's okay.
I'll bleep myself out. I finished my Jethro
Holler.
this morning. Literally like 5 minutes before we started recording. I'm so pleased. So I have been working on the Jethro cardigan by Ravelry. I have to make sense of this before I hold it up.
Love it.
For months, and I have really enjoyed making it. The whole process has been super, super fun. I tried doing granny squares for the first time, and then I was like, I'm gonna make a whole thing out of granny squares, all right. So I did. I have a couple spots I need to kind of like touch up where I messed something up, but finished. I spent the whole entire day yesterday doing the second sleeve. I had like
It is fabulous.
this much done, and I did all of this between yesterday morning and this morning, and now I have it. And I gotta block it because I had blocked all my granny squares, but I haven't blocked the ribbing or the sleeves, and it's too hot to wear today. But I'm so excited to wear it. Finally
Just crank
finished
the
it.
air
I'm
up
just
so you
proud
can
of
wear it
myself.
outside.
Yeah, that's right. Just make it super chilly in here, but you know, sweater season, it's coming.
Yeah.
So
It's around the corner.
I did it. I finished my Jethro. You'll never have to hear about it again until I wear it next episode.
I love it.
I also finished my sock week socks. So Nitty Natty's sock week was like last month, and I got my sock done, and I got my other sock done in the meantime. This is also Hawthorne by Knit Picks. This is Happy Valley, and this is Knit Picks Stroll in Candy Pink, which I think they don't make anymore because I looked for it because I was trying to find the name. I couldn't find it. But yeah, I love these. I love how they striped up. I'm super stoked with these
So
socks.
sweet.
So that, and I guess we could talk about this now. My farmer's market make-along bag. So by the time
Yeah.
this gets posted, we'll probably be in the very final days of our make-along. But yeah, we are hosting the Farmers Market Make-Along. It is for any market bag, knit, or crochet. Nicole's made a bunch of fanny packs for it, and this is mine. This is the Wild Rose Market Bag by Stephanie Lau. So I am super happy. This is another grinding square project I've been crocheting lately, I guess. We kind of switched a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is 100% cotton. This is Malabrigo Verano in the color Pistachio. And I love this. And once I washed it, it really softened up. And it's like, you can see it's just kind of like drapey. And
Drapier than you would
is
expect out of
huge.
cotton.
Yes. And it's soft. Like, did you
Yeah,
feel it? It feels
yeah.
super nice. My car keys are in here and they're sticking out. So this is this is definitely like a good market bag and maybe not a good day-to-day bag for me because I have my knitting needles and my car keys, and my husband was helping me take my FO pictures yesterday, and he's like, yeah, your needles and your car keys are both sticking out, so put those back in.
Yeah, but maybe you could learn how to line your bags.
That's
It's so
true.
fun.
I know somebody who's really good at lining bags, so maybe she could teach me
It's
sometime.
not fun.
But yeah, I was super happy to get that done. There's my car key. Hello. And yeah, I wore it out yesterday and I loved it,
Adorable.
and I'm super pleased with it. So yeah, so now I'm done with crochet probably for the foreseeable future and returning to all my knit projects.
She literally just said she wants to make a second Jethro.
I mean, eventually. I have other sweaters in my queue right now, so. But I do want to make another one. I love that.
I have so many sweaters in my queue. Like, I'll make like 4.
I love making sweaters. I just want to make sweaters even though there's only a limited amount of time to wear them.
I already have the sweater, or the yarn for my Sally sweater.
Nice.
And I want to buy the yarn for my Lume sweater because I want to cast that on the first day of fall.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
Did you decide
I
what
just want it
colorway?
right now. Yeah, I'm doing I don't remember the yarn label
Okay.
name.
Yeah.
But it was the big ball of green
Mm-hmm.
that had like brown, black, and tan tweedy flecks, and then
Pretty.
I'm using Love Anime Corey worsted for the color work. It
Nice.
was that tan color,
Nice.
so
That'll be
I'm
pretty.
excited about it.
Yeah.
What we got going on
All
next?
right.
Oh, our shout out.
Oh yeah.
Speaking
that's
of yarn,
right.
am I?
That's right. So we want to give a big thank you to our friend Brenda from Cast-On, our local yarn shop in Vermillion, Ohio, because she sponsored us with a little monthly sponsorship on our coffee
Yeah, I think
account
it's coffee.
thing. But yeah, so she said she wanted to buy our coffees each month and support our show, and we just really appreciate it. Brenda's a great friend,
Yes,
and
thank
we love her
you.
shop, and that's where we have our little knit night. So
Today we
thank
have
you so
sparkling
much.
water, but we do have coffee all the time. That's great.
We do.
But by the time we record, I'm like, I've already had 3 cups. Like,
I
let's
know.
do a
I
rain
was like,
check.
"Do you
we'll
want
do it,
coffee
honey."
when you get here?" And she's like, "Absolutely not." So we get hydration instead, which is important. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much, Brenda.
Thank
Your
you.
support means so much, and we appreciate it.
Times a million.
Yeah.
All right. Here is when I'm bringing up my next whip.
This is kind of like a combo of struggle bus and also our like topic du jour. So
And anger.
and anger. So
All right.
we're gonna have a little yarn therapy here and get our feelings out.
Here's my Tulsa tank, and if you remember, I was much farther on my other one. But I realized something.
Deep breath.
When I got the Tulsa tank pattern, you get the basic page that explains your gauges, how you can personalize it, the different necklines, blah, blah, blah. And I did my gauge swatch. I was spot on for the DK. Actually, I wasn't spot on. I was a stitch bigger, but I liked that because I wanted mine to fit a little bit oversized.
Right.
Which is most of the things that I make. And maybe it was even a half stitch larger. And I was knitting the size 3. And I kept holding it up thinking, wow, this looks big. And I'm like, whatever, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. You know, I felt that about my Tulsa t-shirt when I was making that. The body of it looked large, but when I wear my Tulsa, I love it. Like, it's the perfect fit. And I knit like a size 7 for my Tulsa shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
I was knitting size 3 for this because I was not on gauge for the Tulsa, what was it called? T-shirt?
The Tulsa tea. Yeah.
Tulsa tee, yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted that to be like a good oversized. This was like a little more fitted. I was on gauge, and it was the actual, that texture. I did this last time.
Oh, like the density of fabric
Yes.
kind of thing you
yes,
wanted?
like I did not want you to be able to see through my tee at
Yeah.
all. This is okay. Like, so finally on Sunday, I'm like, something's got to be up. Like,
Yeah.
I could have wrapped it around myself twice. I realized that I swatched for the DK and started knitting the 4-ply pattern. And I did not want to frog anything. And at that point, I was like, this has got to go. Like, I was 80% of the way done. I had split and started working flat and done my decreases. I'm
Right.
like,
So basically, like with the stitch counts you sent me, it was like more than like a third bigger than what you would have
yes.
wanted.
Yeah,
right?
it would have been huge.
Yeah,
Like, there
so
was
that, like,
no comfy, cute
15
oversized.
inches of ease kind
Yeah.
of thing in a tank top, which
Yeah.
is not great. Like, that's fine if you want like a huge roomy sweater, but yeah, not so much for a tank top.
Yeah, there was no saving it. So
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I frogged it. And then the next morning, I cast this back on. I can't believe I did it because I did not want to.
I'm so proud of you for doing that, honestly. I'm like, I would have put that in timeout forever.
I just want the finished garment so bad. Like, I
Yeah.
can picture myself wearing this. I really want it done in fall. I hope that I can do it, but I'm like this close to casting on a sweater. Like, but I shouldn't. So let's talk to you about frogging.
Yeah, I had a week. So I think Nicole was maybe a little more affected by her one frogging experience because she was so excited about the tank, and I don't want to diminish your
No, I get
sad
what you're
time
saying.
with your tank, because I totally get it. But I frogged 5 things last week. So every episode I'm like, oh my god, I have so many whips.
Yeah.
And I finally just got to the point where I'm like, I'm not happy with this. Sometimes it's fine to have a ton of whips. Works in progress. My dad is an editor, and he told me that I should sometimes say what we're talking about so people who are new to the hobby know. And I was like, that's a very good point, Dad. Thanks. So thanks, Dad. But yeah, I had a lot of projects going, and sometimes that's fine, and some people love having a ton of projects going, and I don't mind it. But I had so many that were close to being finished, and I just didn't want to finish them. And I was like, there's something here. There's something to this. There's some reason I don't want to finish them.
Yeah.
It's not just like cast-on-itis. I want to cast on all the new projects. So I have not done it yet, but I am going to frog my Tulsa tee. And if you remember, that was the beige one with the like sunset color stripes and the black little stripes in between. And It's a very much like it's not you, it's me sort of situation, because I messed up the short rows at the collar. So there was like right here, there was like this little blob of knots basically that there was no way for me to fix, because I think I knit the short row double stitch, German short row stitch, I don't know, whatever you call it, the DS. I knit it and then yanked it behind the needle rather than just yanking it behind the needle and slipping it over like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
So I can't just like kind of sort it out and make it look like stitches. It's a mess. So that's like a like $50 size mess up here. And then I just don't like how the fabric's turning out. I knit it with fingering weight cotton held double. My last one was just one strand of DK and I liked it very much. This is making a really like thick, heavy, like not very drapey, flexible fabric, and I just don't think I'm gonna wear it. So I'm gonna frog it, and as soon as I decided to do that, I felt like a weight lifted off my shoulders. So
the notes say thick, THICC. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. But I shouldn't have put it that way because it's not like a desirable thick. It's like a bad news sort of thick.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
It's not like a hip thick. It's like it's like burlap. So that I did that. This one I got kind of mad at myself about because this is my mismeasurement that I talked about last time. I did my chest measurement without my bra, and I wear like lightly padded bras, and it threw off my whole measurement for the Drinks on the Patio crop, which this is the third one of those I've knit. So again, wonderful pattern, nothing against the pattern. It was a Katie screw up.
Yeah.
But I actually got that one pretty much done. I needed to do the armhole ribbing, and I just needed to get more yarn for that, which I have. But I put it on and it was so tight. It was like gonna fly off of me. It was bad news.
Thanks.
Yeah, and that one's really quick. Really quick to knit. So I will definitely redo it. But I just decided, I was like, I'm not gonna assume I will fit into this at any point. I'm just gonna just knit it or frog it and do it a size up.
Yeah.
So that's fine. It was just kind of like a womp womp sort of moment.
I told Katie, I'm like,
yeah.
you know what they should sell by all those little notions up at yarn stores is a tiny violin. So when we have to frog stuff,
yes.
we can just do it.
Just get over with. Feel sorry for ourselves.
Yeah. And then be done.
I also frogged my like 30% done scarfy shawl, which is fine. I was kind of doing it for crochet practice, and the yarn that I was using was really noisy, and it's like it just ended up being a situation that I wasn't gonna end up wearing.
Yeah.
Because it just wasn't my style. I will definitely make a scarfy shawl now that I am a little better at crochet, probably in a solid color, and I'm sure I'll be very happy with it. I frogged a sock that I had like an inch down on because I joined the Colorwork Cuff Club, and I was like, I'm gonna focus on this. I don't need other socks just hanging around.
That's okay.
And then this one was stupid, but again, you live and you learn. I didn't swatch when I started my Riptide slipover, which I don't think I've even shown you guys, but it was in this beautiful yarn by Rowan that I got at Spun. And my parents came to visit last weekend, and I spent like the whole weekend working on it, and I got like 7 inches done of this pretty like, lacy repeat. Loved it. Was having so much fun. I finally like set it out on my couch, and I was like, why does this look so big?
Yeah.
And I swatched, and I measured my gauge, and it was bad news. So I just tore that right out. I will start that one over again too, but I'm gonna work on my sweater that I started in the meantime, and who knows when I'll start that again. But I have the yarn. I'm gonna do it. I liked it. I had a lot of fun with it. So
like it was a weird week for knitting, but at least
really
we're jumping back into it, right? At least we're gonna keep going and work on what makes us happy.
Right. Like there's definitely stuff that I'm more excited to work on, so it's fine. I just kind of figure with the frogging, it's like it sucks if you mess something up, but also I just like to knit, and so like all of it is good practice. And you learn from every mistake you make, hopefully, and it's fine. It's like it's not like I'm not making progress on the stuff I really do want to finish. So
the reason I was like so bummed about my Tolsta tank is because I really want the finished object.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You were working so fast on it too. Like you had so much of it done.
Well, I literally started ignoring all of my other projects. Like I was ready to just like hone in on this one thing and get it done, because that's what I did. My Tolsta tee felt like it was taking me forever, but it was also my first knit garment. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna be fine, like I'll get it done. And then once I really started to focus on the body, I'm like, okay, I only need to do 8 more strings, 7, 6, 5. I'm like, okay, I need to do 13 stripes to 12 stripes, whatever, on the body of this. And then I'll be able to split and work flat, you know what I mean? But then it'll be different because we're seeing all the animals today. It'll be different this time though, right? Because when I start working flat, it's going to be significantly less stitches. Right. It won't take me as long. That's what I keep telling myself. Like, so I'm just trying, even though I didn't want to. I really want the finished object. I can picture this at an apple orchard. I cannot wait.
Aw, I love that. So have you heard of the terms like process knitter and project knitter?
Yeah, but I don't understand it.
So the idea behind this concept is that you could, I mean, I think I'm a mix. I think a lot of people are mixed, but you could be a project knitter where you knit so that you can get the finished item. So like I knit because I really wanted to make these socks and have these socks. Or you can be a process knitter where you just like really enjoy the process and
I'm not a process
you don't
knitter.
care so much about, you know, having the thing in the end. You just like to knit.
Not me. I want it.
So you're okay.
That's why I can't give my stuff away.
Yeah.
I don't like, there are some things that I just straight up do not enjoy working on. That's the reasons I have so many like whips sitting in a bucket.
Right.
Like, I don't hate working on this. It's much easier when I'm with someone and we're like talking. This is what I worked on Tuesday night. Like,
and I did my flat knitting, which I don't always love doing. So I was like, if I have a friend with me and I can do it, it's fine.
Yeah, like, now the color work socks, love.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was definitely a processing. But now I'm in stockinette. I'm like, over it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I definitely slowed down once I got to the foot. I'm like,
but I would love to have them.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait to see
drop mine on the floor.
Summer Lee's October pattern, because I bet you I'll whip through those because I'm going to want those in October. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to want to wear those in October. These I can kind of wear whenever, right? So... And like this I want done by fall because I want to be able to wear it with no shirt under it and just have like a basic bralette. I want to be able to wear it in winter and then again in spring. Like,
I feel like you have a very like situational view of your projects. You're like, I know what outfit I want with this. I know where I want to wear this.
100%.
I don't always think about that stuff so much.
That's why I said like sometimes FO pictures inspire me because I'm like, I can just picture myself doing this. But this I have a lot of ideas for. Like, my pink and white striped sweater that I made, the Any Yarn Will Do sweater, I had one outfit picked out in my head for it. It didn't look good. I never wear that thing. I don't know if, and I ruined it in blocking. Cute. I ruined it in blocking. It looks so, I mean, in like soaking and blocking, because I let the colors run.
I still like it. I think the colors are good.
I don't know. Maybe if it'll fit you, I can just let you have it.
Maybe it will. I don't know. Yeah, I think I am, I thought I was like, neither, and I am pretty sure I'm actually a process knitter because I hardly ever wear my knits. I do sometimes, and maybe some of that is because I don't feel like hand washing things because I'm lazy, but I am always knitting and I'm always like excited to finish things, and then I feel good when I finish them, but then I'm like on to the next thing. So I think I am more of a process knitter, even though I was like firmly not in either camp when I heard about this. So you know, the things we learn about ourselves, I guess.
Speaking of processes, do you think that you'll pick up your thing that you were doing with your hand spun again? Or do you feel like you're over that?
The shawl? Yeah, my traveler shawl. Yes, that is something that I was actually talking to our friend Rachel about this the other day because she had gotten out her spinning wheel and she was working on that when she'd been in a little knitting phase, and I am in my little knitting phase right now and it's been like a year, so I should get my wheel back out. But yeah, I mean, that thing's like 40% done. I would like to wear it. That's one that I'm like, I just want to be able to take it with me and like, you know, wrap it around my neck or whatever if I get cold. That's how I feel. It's so cool looking, you know?
That's how I feel about, all right, so this is a good example. My Sophie shawl.
Well, I'm going to knit too.
Is this rude?
No, it's a knitting podcast.
My Sophie shawl, I want to be able to wrap that thing up like she has it in her like pattern photo. I picture that like with my long black coat. I want it up to here on my nose. I hate knitting that thing. Hate it. Like, it's just a big giant version of the Sophie scarf, which felt like it took me forever, but it didn't. It really didn't. Like, but I don't know if I'll ever finish that thing. I would literally buy one off Etsy if I could commit to it. Like, mine's just in Lions brand yarn. I think it is. But I only, like, I do not want to work on it. I just want the piece. Like, and I really don't know if I'll ever finish it because now I'm into sweaters and stuff.
That's funny. I think now that I have just had this recent breakthrough about purling and how to make it less terrible for me, It's not terrible, I guess. But yeah, annoying.
Terrible.
I think I will probably actually be more likely to work on the traveler shawl.
Yeah.
Because that's knit flat, and it's like a garter stitch, you know, on and off kind of pattern. And so there's you know, periods of it where you're knitting 3 rows in a row and then you're purling 3 rows in a row kind of thing.
So what's your really crazy shawl that you had that has like a million different...
The Scout shawl, the colorwork one?
Yes.
Yes. And that's one, like, that one I really need to just like sit at a table with all my yarns and have everything very organized, because I need to like, okay, I'm doing this color now. I need to like what's the game with the cups where you have the thing hidden under it? It's like you're doing that with your yarn all the time.
Like a magic trick.
Yeah.
Aww.
So that one is like, I really need to be in a specific situation and
Setup,
area to focus on that. So that one I know is going to be years before I finish it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because like when I feel like working on it, it'll be fun.
And is that with your hand spun or no?
No, that is with Knit Picks palette fingering weight. So it's just like regular wool, but not like a sock blend fingering weight.
How do you pick colors for stuff like that? Like, I want to knit the the stripe hype sweater. People have such cute colors.
Yes.
Like, you could pick cute colors for it. Mine, I'd be like, yeah, black and white, please. No, I don't want to do that.
So,
like, I don't know how I find the right colors for myself.
So like I am cheating in a way because I've been a graphic designer for 20 years.
Unfair.
And like I went to art school, so like I live and breathe picking colors.
Yeah.
But there was some show Jason and I watched once upon a time that said something about like colors that only art students can see. I was like, I have that. Like I can pick out colors.
Yeah.
But the way I picked out colors for my Scout shawl was I looked at all, palette has a ton of different colors, like a ton of different colors. And I took little screenshots of the colors that I liked with their names, and then I literally went into Photoshop and just like plopped them all next to each other in a row. And I did, you know, each combo on a different layer or whatever. And so I just did like, I don't know, 50. I go nuts. I mean, when we paint rooms in the house, it's like, it's insane. It's like bad news how many paint swatches I bring home. But I just did that until, you know, and switched out one color, switched out another color, and just looked at them until I found the colors that I felt like were magic to me. And I think I, just like you did with your colorwork sweater picks, I crowdsourced my like 5th color.
Yeah.
I was like, should I do this olive green or this mustard yellow? Because neither of them are colors that I normally go for, but I didn't know which one would look good. So, I don't know.
Interesting.
It's a process.
Yeah, like, I want to make that sweater eventually.
Yeah.
Honestly, it might even be a spring knit if I can do it in cotton.
Oh, yeah.
But I just don't know, like, I don't even know where to begin to think, like, because I can't picture myself wearing a burnt orange or a navy or whatever. And I'm like, I see people knit these and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want one. But I'm like, would I actually wear that? I don't know.
So you said that, I'm like, I would go navy. But, you know, I think blue is such a good color on you.
I know, ever since she told me that, I've painted 2 rooms in my house blue. Now I have blue Converse.
I feel like the world's just opened up to you. I'm so pleased. Blue's always been my favorite color, and I'm like, I think blue is such a good color on everybody, but like especially on a redhead. I mean, get out of here.
It's so exciting.
Yeah.
I love blue. All right, what's going on next? We really went off the walls here.
Look how we recovered from our sad frogging like nobody's business. We picked up our knitting and we're like, that's right, we love this.
Can you knit without looking?
Not really. I was like, maybe I'll put this down because I keep looking down at it.
Oh, well, I was just looking down like half the segment. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's totally fine. Seriously. That's what we're here for, right? Is knitting.
I'll just knit like this.
All right. I'm going to talk about my purchases. So, one of them I don't have with me because I want to know if you guys would be interested in seeing this on here, or should I make it like a separate segment on my little Instagram? But I got the Yarnable subscription. I heard about it from Crazy Sock Lady and forgot to use her discount code. I'm mad.
Aw.
It's okay. So Yarnable is a subscription that you can pick what weight yarn you want, and then you can also pick like an extra if you want it. So
nice.
I think she does maybe their variegated hand-dyed yarn, and then you can pick a solid mini. I just did the variegated hand-dyed. I kind of did this as like a not a goal for myself, but anyways, I'm trying to do something like mental health wise for myself, and I'm like, okay, if I can commit to this, this is going to be my little treat. This is going to be, when I work on this, I want to be able to be mindful about when I'm, you know, I want to work on a sock, but in that moment when I'm working on the sock, I want to think to myself, okay, I'm knitting on this sock, I'm using a yarn that I love, blah, blah, blah. So I got that for myself. And then it also comes with some goodies, some extra. every month. So it might be lip balm, it might be bath salts, or around Christmas time, you know, hot chocolate and cute marshmallows, something. There's always a little something extra.
That's fun.
So that was kind of like my little, you know, a thing to myself. So,
yeah, I love that.
And then I also I went to one of our knit groups that we're a part of in Oberlin, and
I was so sad to miss this one. I missed this one because my family was in town.
It was really exciting. Like, usually we have it more local to us, but this time we went and visited a yarn store that just moved locations. And I got something I've had my eye on for so long.
It's
so this is
pretty.
The Twice Sheared Sheep Yarn Minder, I think is what it's called. So, what's this called? A swivel, maybe?
I guess, yeah.
There's
got like ball bearings in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a little thing at the bottom, like a Lazy Susan, so you can work flat, or you can hold it like this, and your cake sits on it, and it has this something with a C. Don't know what it's called. So that this spins too, so you can set your cake on it, and you can, you know, either hang it from somewhere or knit while walking. So for a caked yarn, which honestly I don't have any caked yarn other than this sock thing right now.
Let's listen to this as a little like ASMR. Nope, I did it wrong. Is it the very oh, you hear it? Right here.
Oh yeah, you have to hold it.
Oh my god. Here, do it. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that cool?
That's pleasant. I like that.
I love it.
Cute. I love the purple strap too.
So this was pricey in my opinion. Like in general, that's why I couldn't commit to it. I think it's $45 or $50. I'm gonna have this forever. And
it looks really well made and sturdy. So
I
that's
bought
good.
2 cheap ones.
Yeah.
Actually, I've bought 3. I bought 2 acrylic ones and a wood one. They snapped here.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah. So
that's not good.
they were really thin, and at this point, I'm like, I have literally spent the money on 3 cheap ones.
Right.
If I would have just bought this, I would have saved myself. But now I have it. It's okay.
Yeah, that's good.
My mom lives out of state, so I'm like, I'll use this on the airport, you know, or on the airplane. Like, not that I need to justify it, but I was to myself, right? Like, I'm all about it. So, purchases.
That's really cute.
Oh, I have one more thing.
Yeah.
I got this cute little Notions bag.
Oh my gosh.
It was not a Notions bag,
It's
like
even
from a
cuter
yarn
in
store. But I saw it at a little boutique, and I'm like, clang.
I love it.
Got it. What did you get?
Super cute.
Some serious goodies.
Oh, I bought a bunch of yarn. So I'm gonna put this on from the camera. Well, first of all, so
I cannot get over that.
Here,
It's Superman ice cream.
It really is. It's super cute. So Nicole was talking about her like first day of fall cast-on that she wants to do. So I was like, I want to do that. I think I will be on an airplane that day, so I might cast on the night before. But I had gotten this Kelborn Woolen Scout in Meadowhead.
Fabulous.
At Spun in Ann Arbor a couple months ago. We went. And this was like my like impulse sweater quantity purchase because I love this green. I was like, this is not a color I normally go for, and I just loved it with all the different little hints in it. So I was like, I want to do some sort of colorwork sweater. It's DK weight yarn. I normally like have a better plan when I buy yarn, but I decided
we were on vacation, baby. That was a vacation.
That's
day.
true. That's true. It was a vacation day. But I decided to do the Polypody sweater, and I did not write down the name of the designer, so I will put that in the show notes. But it's this really adorable colorwork sweater, and I got this for the colorwork. This is from Wool & Company. It is Malabrigo dos Tierras in Neverland. But it's cool. It's got like kind of a, I don't know, it's like, it looks very high twist, and it's got kind of like a nubby texture to it almost. So I think it's going to make for a cool contrast with that green, not only with the color, but just with the texture too. Like it's got a little bit of a sheen to it, and it's got that kind of funny texture.
Why is Malabrigo popular? Like,
I think they just have like really interesting colorways, and they have a lot of really interesting like bases that they dye on too.
I hear their name a lot.
Yeah, I'm always like, I always want to go and like pick through the Malabrigo yarns whenever I see them.
Yeah.
I've bought it a couple times and I've liked it, but like, I love their colors. So got that, and then we joined this Colorwork Cuff Club and like committed to this kind of, we've talked about it with our friends from our knit night and stuff, and it's like, we might skip a month or something, or, just because
at leisure.
If you're not like hardcore sock knitter, it's kind of hard to get a pair of socks done every month, I think. So
also, if you don't love the
Yeah, or if like the pattern's not your jam or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, so we're kind of keeping it easy breezy. But I got some gift money for my birthday and I was like, I'm gonna buy sock
Can I
yarn.
see this?
Yeah. So
Oh.
I treated myself to some sock yarn. This is all also from Wool & Company, who I'd never ordered from before, and they shipped super fast. It was great.
This is freaking stunning.
So these were my fancy ones that I got. I got 2 Hedgehog Fibers twist sock, and I've gotten Hedgehog Fibers before, but I got their regular sock, not their twist. I think I'm gonna like this for socks because the whatchamacallit that I'm always knitting with, the, why am I blanking on this?
Stroll?
Not Stroll.
Nitpick something?
Hawthorne. It's a high twist and I love it and it holds up really nice. So I think this will knit up cool. But these are plush and foam. This one is just like, woo, so cool. I have a lot of sock yarn remnants, so I think I was like kind of good on the stuff for color work, or like, you know, lending some to my friends if they want, or, you know, not lending, I guess they're not gonna like frog it and give it back to me, but you know, just like sharing the love with like leftover sock yarn. But I didn't have full skeins to do the, you know, base of the sock with. So that's why I was like, I don't know what the patterns are, obviously, but I want to have some on hand for when we get them, so I don't have to like wait for it to ship and whatever.
That's a sweet purple. Is that what that
this is? Yeah, it's Leading Men Fiber Arts Showstopper in the Haunted Wood. So real pretty, like deep purple.
What if she does like Ghost or Haunted House or something for?
Right.
But
like,
OMG.
and like this. I mean, come on. There's so much. So this is my other fancy one. I got the La Bien-Aimée in the Hotness. So my very favorite color of hers is Flora Morganite, which is kind of a little lighter, little brighter, little more like orangey pink. And this is like a more, I don't know. This is almost like a Barbie pink to me, but I love it. And these guys, I watched one of Summer Lee's sock videos where she talks about the like 5 sock yarn brands she really likes, and one of them is Cascade Yarns Heritage, and this is so cheap. These were $11 each.
Stop it.
For a full skein of yarn. They seem like they're really nice quality. The color selection was awesome. There were a ton of different colors, but yeah, I could not believe these were $11 each. I think I pay $14 for a skein of Hawthorne, the same amount, and I thought that was a steal. Because these run like 32, 36, like they're really great, but that's, you know, 3 times as much as this. Right. So I got myself a few of these and I'm pretty excited to see what the upcoming patterns are going to be.
Love it.
So that was fun. I also have some minis coming from Coats & Co. that I cannot wait to see. They are beautiful and I think those are supposed to arrive like next week.
Are those tonals as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
yeah, like I have variegated yarn, but I have no tonals.
Yeah.
I have like very limited, and this isn't even. This is a tonal, but also it's kind of not. Like it's pink, purple, and blue.
Your color work.
Yeah.
For this guy.
So I'm like, I feel stuck, but birthday's kind of close. I'll say.
It's just coming up. But yeah, I think that's everything. I feel like we made a mess at the table again. We have a lot of stuff today. That's all right.
For not having a lot of stuff to talk about, we had a lot of stuff to talk about.
We kind of did, yeah. We made it, we like stretched it out.
Yeah,
so.
That's all right. Now we're gonna have some brunch. Katie's gonna help me fix some projects that I've mentioned like 4 times since we started. So
yeah, and then we're gonna, you know, get on with our respective days and probably knit some more.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, thanks so much for joining us. Make sure you like and subscribe and tell your friends if you enjoyed this episode. And we appreciate everybody's support.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.